Hey people, it is Tuesday, November the 16th, and the time is 1:41 in the afternoon, and the temperature is around 7 degrees Celsius. And I'm here at the corner of Yonge and Bloor, at the north end of downtown Toronto, and I thought I would take a walk south along downtown Yonge Street. On a weekday afternoon. So I was doing a live stream just before this video, and just as I was coming into downtown, my phone died, so wasn't able to really go as far as I wanted to in the live stream. So I thought I would basically continue that walk here in a pre-recorded video. So there's a look west down or Bloor Street, I should say. Just walking past the site of the One, which is a new super tall skyscraper that's been very slowly rising. As you can see, it's currently proposed for 95 stories. That height increase has not been approved yet, though. It's been approved for 85 stories. So as it stands right now, it's not known whether the building will be 85 or 95 stories when it's complete.
Hey, guy, you shut it down! Guy, you shut it down!
Why? Like you were gonna go home early.
I know!
And there's the famous brass rail. Kind of competes with the strip club down by Yonge-Dundas to see who has the gaudier street signage. Trying to avoid walking under the scaffolding. Down Charles Street. So I'm thinking maybe I'll turn this video into a walk home from Yonge and Bloor via Yonge Street, and I'll go down to Dundas, and then I'll walk east along Dundas back towards my neighborhood. Yonge Street has still got its eclectic character, although some people would say it's losing that rapidly with all these new condo developments, which tend to replace the old businesses with corporate chains at the base of the new buildings. And that's true to some extent. But as of right now, there's still no shortage of these old eclectic shops and restaurants here along Yonge Street. And new places are opening all the time. This is funny. We have the whole Adams family here. Look at that. Got Gomez, Wednesday, Morticia, Cousin It, and Uncle Fester. We're just missing Lurch. Maybe they don't have enough headspace to put Lurch in here. That's hilarious. I've been watching the Adams family recently. There's a YouTube channel dedicated to the Adams family where they have full episodes on there just free to watch, and I've been watching a lot of them over the last few weeks. This is an old style store that Yonge Street was known for, really, back in its heyday. Kind of like t-shirt shops and assorted mishmash of electronic stores and junkie shops and arcades and souvenir stores, magazine stores, all that kind of stuff. And also, in the 70s and 80s, it was also known for its adult entertainment offerings, strip clubs and sex shops and peep shows and massage parlors. Most of that has gone away now, but there are still some remnants of that. We saw one strip club back there, and there's another one up ahead. And this is the kind of thing I was referring to when these new developments go in. Chances are that whatever retail fills these spaces will most likely be of the chain variety. I don't think a small independent retailer would be able to afford these spaces. They're quite large, quite a bit bigger than the old storefronts that used to occupy this site. They did retain this one old facade, though, of this building.
Where? It's up on the wall.
And some very nice side streets here along this part of Yonge.
Where? Here, on the wall.
This is where the old Gasworks Rock Bar was. Of course, that was immortalized in the Wayne's World movies by Mike Myers. Of course, in the movies, it was relocated to Aurora, Illinois, instead of downtown Toronto. There's the Halal Guys. I still have never tried that place. I know a lot of people were excited when they opened up some years back. Sometimes it takes me a while to getting around to trying new restaurants and things like that. I'm not exactly a foodie by any means. I tend to just like things that I like, and I just keep getting those same things that I like. Here's Wellesley Street.
I know. Yeah.
Some very old storefronts here. Some of them have a bit of a rehab, such as this one. I think it was all old and dingy looking just a few years ago, and they totally refreshed it. And I think these two on the end here are in need of a refreshing. There's another old school Yonge Street type store from bygone days. So the old Yonge Street is still here in little bits and pieces. But for those who have missed the days of arcades and giant record stores, those days are never coming back. And that's just due to technology, really. Here's another stretch of new street fronting retail that will most likely be filled by large chain stores. But you never know. We'll wait and see what goes in here. These spaces are pretty big though. There used to be a row of much smaller retail units on this block before it was redeveloped. Yet another new development here.
What are you up to? They're all just driving around.
And here I see they're finally putting in new sidewalks along this stretch in front of this condo development, which was pretty much wrapped up a couple of years ago. But yet they never got around to completing these sidewalks in front of the building. It was still just hastily laid down asphalt that they plunked down instead of properly finishing the sidewalks. And it looked pretty bad. So it's about time they did this. And now we're at Yonge College. This is College Park. This is a large retail and residential complex. Looking west down College Street. And this has been an ongoing project for most of the year also here. I believe they're adding another entrance to College subway station or something like that.
Oh, it's all safe.
College person.
You can hear the subway. Of course, the Yonge line runs directly under our feet. And here's the Aura condominium. And the shops at Aura, which is a horrible, mostly dead shopping mall in the basement level. I've done some tours of the Aura shopping mall before, and it's really something. Here at the base of the Aura, a new urban format IKEA store will be opening up. So that'll be smaller than a typical suburban IKEA. maybe 1/3 the size. And I decided not to cross the street here because I don't want to walk through that construction hoarding situation over there. And there's the Zanzibar. That's the other strip club I was referring to earlier. So which one has the gaudier street signage? You be the judge. The Brass Rail or the Zanzibar? I would say at nighttime the Zanzibar wins. In the daytime it's much harder to decide. There's Elm Street. There's a little restaurant row along this block of Elm Street. There's a look into the Ryerson University campus and the Student Learning Center. There's no one on the steps right now. The steps are often full of people just sitting and people watching and hanging out. I guess it's a little cold today. Once upon a time, the world's biggest bookstore was located just right up ahead here, beside BMV. But now it's yet another new condo building. I'm not sure what sort of retail will go in the bottom floor of this building. Definitely not another big giant bookstore. Jeez, that guy just walked out and sneezed. Kind of startled me. And here we are Square, Yonge-Dundas. So I've spent many of times recording this intersection. So now we're going to make our way east towards Home Sweet Home. There's the square itself. Anyone who's watched my channel at all over the last few years has seen Dundas Square countless times. Let's look down Victoria Street. Recording along here is always interesting. You never know what to expect or what you might encounter or who you might encounter or how they might react to your camera. And there's my neighborhood burrito boys. Just looking up into the Ryerson campus again. So this east of Yonge area has been getting taller and taller over the years with new buildings. And this one under construction here will be 52 stories. I think as of now it'll be the tallest building along this stretch of Dundas East. When it's topped out, probably sometime next year. And there's a cool view of the financial district. There have been a number of new places that have opened up along this stretch of Dundas. These are both relatively new, and I haven't been to either of them yet. And I've always found it curious that there was a curry kitchen here, and just up the street there's another curry kitchen right there. Two curry kitchens going head to head. And here's Jarvis Street. This is still a bit of a construction nightmare. And the famous Fillmore's Hotel and Strip Club. They always have amusing messages up on their marquee here.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
There is a redevelopment proposed for the site that Fillmore stands on, but I believe the old Fillmore's building will be retained. However, I don't think the strip club itself is part of the redevelopment plans, just the building. So I think its days are numbered. So then I'm just about back home, so I'm going to start wrapping up the video. So I hope you enjoyed this Tuesday afternoon. Stroll down Yonge Street, starting from Bloor, going south all the way down to Dundas, and then east along Dundas into downtown east, and right up to the heart of Ken Continuum land here. So if you enjoyed it, let me know your thoughts below in the comments, and like and share. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, by all means go ahead and do so. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal and via my merch store. And you can also find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue.